Well, we've been hit by a number of flooding incidents this rainy season, and the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, says his administration will not commit resources to resolve the perennial flooding of the capital, Accra, and other centers if, as the citizens, fail to change our attitudes. According to him, government needs some $67 million to dredge the Odo and Korle lagoons.
We're talking about these infrastructural matters. We must also talk about our own habits. That's right. We have to talk about our attitudes. We have a situation in our country, time and again, Ghanaians, we want this, we want that. But the attitudinal change that would enable us to be able to to bring value to these demands, that is always left out, up till today. Whilst as the Odo River is being dredged, there are still people at home who, when the rains come, think that the easiest way to deal with dirt in their houses is to throw it out into the gutters. Those things have to come to a stop. We all have to speak to each other in Ghana to bring those things to a stop. Because if we don't, no matter the investment that we made, at the end of the day, we'll be back to square one. And I'm not prepared to spend your money in that way again.
And talking about the floods, businessman and founder of the All People's Congress, Hassan Ayariga, has accused the National Disaster Management Organization of demanding money to desilt drains in his community. Mr. Hassan Ayariga, whose West Legon home was among many affected by flooding some 2 weeks ago, said although he paid officials of NADMO some 2,500 Ghana cedis, they have failed to fix the problem. He told Araba Kumsin he fears the worst if there is another heavy downpour.
What happened was that after this whole issue, NADMO came. And when NADMO came, they said that they were willing to help me desilt the gutters. Then I told them it's your responsibility. Don't say you're willing. But I say unless I give them money for fueling. So I said, no problem. Give me the estimate and then I'll look at it. So I asked people in the community to contribute. The community contributed 500 Ghana cedis. And then I said, okay, no problem. If the community has contributed 500 Ghana cedis, I will not even listen to the community because 500 Ghana is going to do it. NADMO was demanding 8,000 from me. So I gave them 2,500 Ghana cedis. Today is almost getting to 2 weeks. They always call on and off. So that's why you see the gutter is still there. Normally by now, if NADMO hadn't come in, I would have done it my own.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that after this incident, NADMO came to you, they appealed to you for assistance, financial assistance, yes, in order to do what they are mandated to do, yes, and you've given them 2,500, and yet they haven't done anything.
Yeah, they haven't done anything. You saw it. You're a witness to it. Till date, they're always telling me 4 days, they will come, 5 days. How long can we wait? We're in June now. The last disaster was in 3rd June. So we should be expecting any rains from now. Even these cars, I have to take them out of this house very soon. Because I can't sleep when it rains. Because the whole community, everybody, you saw what happened. Others are even building
walls. Sleep when it rains?
Yeah, I can't sleep when it rains. Because I don't know what is going to happen to the next person near my home or my house or the community. So I'm always awake with my boys trying to go around the gutters to desilt it on our own. When we have actually given our support to NADMO, if NADMO hadn't come in, I would have organized it on my own and do it. But that is their responsibility as a state, because we pay taxes to them, and it's our duty to make sure that our gutters are clean.
But Deputy NADMO Coordinator Abu Ramadan has denied Mr. Hassan Ayariga's claims.
We should stop his hypocrisy. It doesn't do any of us good. The information my director has given me, a team went there, they did an assessment, a report was sent, the district was copied the report, and for that matter, the districts have their own earmark projects and drains that they are going to desilt. Ayariga offered for that one to be done so that there won't be a recurrence of such an event again. And it is normal.
When you say Mr. Ayariga offered, are you saying that he's the one who actually made the move to pay the money and that the money was not demanded by the NADMO officials?
So when the team went there to do the assessment, he offered and said, okay, he would get the community to come together. So Ayariga gave them 2,500 as initial payment for work to be done. Later on, when the team of experts itself, the engineer was going to do the job, went there, They said they can't do that job within one. So the 2,500 was not adequate. They needed 8,000 to undertake that particular activity. He said, okay, then he will get back to the team with the rest of the money so that they can come and do the job. Till today, from what my officer who went there is telling me is that they are still waiting for him to call them and give them the rest of the money so that they can go and do the job for him.
But you say they're doing the job for him. It's for the community, not for Mr. Ayariga.
But he says he's paying it on behalf of the community. He says he's doing it on behalf of the community.
So in the event that Mr. Ayariga doesn't have money, are you saying NADMO will not do the job?
Araba,
yes.
NADMO will do a job to save lives. That place has not flooded before. That place is an area flooding problem.
Right.
NADMO will go in and desail to that drain.
Well, let's go back to the president. And he's urging Ghanaians eager to see corruption punished to be patient, as a lot of work is apparently being done. The assurance comes on the back of criticisms his administration has been slow in acting in addressing corruption. Addressing the Ghanaian community in Canada, President Akufo-Addo disclosed the Attorney General's office is prosecuting some 21 former government officials, apparently for corruption. Commenting on the stewardship of the special prosecutor, he noted Mr. Martin Amido will deliver when he is ready.
The Attorney General in the meantime has not been idle. People are saying there are no prosecutions. 21 people are on trial in Ghana today. 21 are on trial in Ghana today for corruption. Corruption, what does it mean? Really, we keep using this word corruption. The simple word for corruption is stealing, is theft. And there are people on trial for it in Ghana as I speak today. But one of the things that I am not prepared to do under any conditions is to do away with due process. I'm not. I fought for it all my life in Ghana, that we would have a state in Ghana which recognizes and accepts and acknowledges due process as a fundamental instrument of state policy. That has been it. So if you put somebody before court and that person is making application after application, whether it's to delay the process or whether the applications are genuine, you have to recognize the right to do it. And it is when those are exhausted, the trials can begin. Some of the trials have started. Those that were started, efforts were made to stymie them by going to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court dismissed those efforts, and the process is ongoing. Let us accept the judicial process as it is, work with it, knowing fully well that if tomorrow you are in trouble, you would also like to have due process applied to you. We're not going to have a situation where, for political reasons, due process is denied some people, but it is applied to other people. I will never, ever preside over Ghanaian state which does that kind of discrimination. So it is, a lot is being done. Much more can be done. And much more is going to be made public to you in the not too distant future.
Now let's take you to the Ashanti region, and the Asokore-Mampo municipality is exploring the possible ways it could treat its waste, including the production of biogas. The initiative, according to the municipal chief executive, Ali Duseidu, apart from coming up with a more sustainable waste management plan to improve sanitation in the area, will also provide employment for the youth. Nana Yaujima was at a stakeholder meeting facilitated by Local Business and Social Advocacy Initiative, and brings us this report.
One person died at Asanwase in Asokore-Mampo municipality as floods hit the area following a recent downpour. Poor waste disposal by individuals and households is largely responsible for the perennial floods and attendant suffering of residents. To find immediate solution, the Assembly has allocated 465,000 cedis to procure equipment, including tricycles, to cut waste from the communities. Municipal Chief Executive Ali Duseidu enumerates.
There was no bylaws to regulate movements of filth from our various homes to the dumping sites. So because of that, the fact that there was no punitive measures for people who go contrary to the laid down procedures and rules, we had to commit ourselves, the Assembly itself, in establishing and making sure that we put in place bylaws to regulate the activities of people who dump refuse everywhere.
Permanent solution to the problem will include recycling of waste from the communities. Alhaji Seidu explains.
Recycling of waste to energy. We just signed the memorandum of understanding with the company from USA, United States of America. Now they will come and have it done here. Then also we are in talks with just one group of companies who has also expressed interest to come and have a plant sited here within our catchment area to also recycle the refuse into organic manure and all the other fertilizers.
No Business as Usual Hub, a collaborative initiative of Asokore-Mampong Municipal Assembly and SOS Children's Village, proposes waste treatment option. The project will focus on conversion of household waste into biogas through installation of such systems in houses, especially those without toilets. It will also engage individuals to collect plastics and other waste for recycling. Project coordinator for No Business as Usual, Esther Mate, gives other details.
From our research when we began the project, the research indicated that there's a lot of open defecation in this municipality. We are very hopeful that when we implement this biogas toilets, it will reduce that issue and also it will reduce costs.
Nanaya Ojima reporting.
Ways, let's turn our attention to security, and it has been beefed up in the Upper East region as part of efforts by the Regional Security Council to avert a possible terror attack on churches there. It follows the arrest Sunday of a Burkinabe man believed to be in his 50s who was wielding a pistol with 2 rounds of ammunition at a Catholic church at Hamle in the Lambusie district. After hours of a security meeting that had religious leaders in attendance as well, the regional minister, Dr. Hafiz bin Salih, announced that personnel from the formed police unit and contingent of military personnel from the Air Force in Tamale have since been deployed in the region. Well, JoyNews Upper West regional correspondent Rafiq Salam had been doing the interactions and brings us this report from Wa.
Upper West regional minister Dr. Hafiz bin Salih assured the people of the region that they should not panic over yesterday's incident where a 51-year-old Burkinabe, Tebela Diziri Biligo, was arrested with a pistol loaded with 2 rounds of ammunition during a church service at Hamele in the Lambusie district. Dr. bin Salih, in an exclusive interview with JoyNews after a regional security council meeting, said they were leaving no stone unturned. Hence, the reason why they have beefed up the security with personnel from the formed police unit and the Ghana Armed Forces to patrol the borders. The meeting was attended by the leadership of various Christians and Muslim groups in the region.
We have put in place measures that would ensure that the safety of our people will continue. So that is why you see a lot of security operatives in the region. They are not centered in Wa. They are at strategic points where we think that people are likely to try to come into Ghana through. They are stationed there so that there will be a barrier to those persons. People who are genuine and they want to come into Ghana, they are allowed to come. But we will not sit down and allow any miscreants to come into the country to disturb our peace. We're not going to allow that.
Bishop of the Wa Diocese, Most Reverend Richard Kunyeba said he was shocked by the incident. However, it was a wake-up call.
I think we've all been invited to help our people to be sensitive about security issues. And I think a catchphrase that was very well said is, if you see something, say something. And I think if we all adopt that attitude, we see something that is strange, we see somebody who is strange, no need to panic, but we need to say something so that those who can do something about it will do something and then inquire to find out what is really happening.
Chairman of the Local Council of Churches, Apostle George Apesara, was full of praise for the man who spotted the unknown gunman at the church.
That is really very good, That is what we even want to happen in our churches. Anyone who comes into worship, we should be security conscious so that we will know those who are coming and be vigilant so that we'll see what they are wearing, what they might be carrying, any bulky thing on their body. We should. So I'm very happy and proud about those who were able to get this tip off.
Sheikh Shaban Mohammed Al-Hassan of the Al-Sunnah wa Jamaat is surprised about the behavior of some people who claim to be fighting in the name of God and attack fellow humans. He condemned the act and called on the people in the region to take their personal security seriously.
When you hear things happening around you, you have to also start, as the Akan say, that when somebody's beard is burning, you fetch water, and then you keep to yours. In case a situation happens, then you also save yourself. And so our neighbors, we have had incidences of bombings in the churches and other places. And so we have to take measures in order to prevent such from happening. So it is very good that we had a security briefing and also some kind of tactics that the religious bodies are supposed to put in place in order to help to check security in their premises, in the church buildings, in the mosque, and even in the public gatherings.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafiq Salam. Wow.
But we have to end the news, but before we go, I have to tell you that poor educational infrastructure is still a bane in several communities across our country. And Nana Senso, my colleague, has been following up on one, and it is about a collapsing classroom which has compelled authorities of Ayudiase Municipal Assembly Basic School in the Ashanti region to combine 4 kindergarten classes and primary 1. Well, the teachers say they have had to endure this unbearable heat during instruction hours, and this is due to congestion. This, according to them, has since resulted in some pupils developing skin rashes. Let's watch this.
Over 60 pupils are crammed in one classroom instead of the standard 30 or maximum 40. The decision to join KGs 1 and 2 followed continued deterioration of the kindergarten block, which has become so dilapidated it poses a threat to life and property. Primary 1A and B have combined to make one classroom available for the 2 kg classes to avert any unpleasant situation if the children continue using what is considered a death trap. Matilda Com is headmistress.
We've joined 2 classes for the preschool, that is the KG. So though it's not easy, the teachers are doing well to help. We've joined them, so because of that, the teachers have been joined together to group them so that we have a nice, successful environment. But it's not be easy at all. For now, there are about 60 in a class. Yeah. Instead of 35, 40, it has been increased.
There are serious public health concerns due to poor ventilation for both children and teachers under the present circumstance.
As for KG 1 and 2, we've been suffering since I came here. Especially, sometimes it goes to the extent that we have some skin rashes on the kids, and the place smells a lot. Also, when it rains, at first, at where we used to be, because whenever you get to the class, you see that the place is wet. Everywhere is wet. We don't have the excess chairs, and as you can see, the number is too large.
The Oforikro Municipal Assembly has meanwhile initiated moves to reconstruct the KG block. Gloria Tima Gambra is chief executive.
And the first time I saw the block, I realized it wasn't the best for the children. That was why we took the decision to have a new block, a 3-unit plus office for the kids. We have given the contractor 3 months. Hopefully Monday they will be on site, and we are expecting that in 3 months' time they should hand over the project to the assembly.
Until this old KG block is pulled down and the new one built, these kids and their teachers will continue to put up with unpleasant conditions under which teaching and learning presently take place. Nana Asansumensa reporting.
Well, if you have pictures of such dilapidated educational infrastructure, let us know. And you can always tag us on our Facebook page, Joy News on TV. We also have a Twitter handle, and make sure that on your handles, you always get to know and find us, Joy News on TV. But in the meantime, look, let's get things going. We have to take a break, but I have to say good morning to you. Dr. John Kofi Kobuvi, you're with the Ho Teaching Hospital. You're the director of pharmacy, and this one is from one of your workers, Miss Patience Lodo, who says today is your birthday, and so she's wishing you all the best of happiness in life because you're a wonderful boss and you understand all your children. And also to you, a good friend of mine, you're a pharmacist with the Boku Presbyterian Hospital and Salifu Combat, and your wife and family. Please have a good time as well. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll bring you the latest interactions on the newspapers. We'll bring you sports stories as well. Please do know that we have to keep our supports and keep following the Black Stars. They are preparing as they participate in the next African Cup of Nations. In just a week or two, they'll be participating in AFCON 2019. It is taking place in Egypt. And I keep saying, Egypt is a fine country. We're taking a break. We'll be right back.